a lineup we have here. Of course, Genzebe Dibaba, the world champion at 1500 meters, desperately disappointed with her silver medal in Rio. She is the world record holder indoors for this distance, world record holder outdoors, and the at 1500 meters. This one's 7.5 laps of the track. Well, it's Glasgow and 4th in the Rio 5000, but Obiri perhaps here starts as favourite. She did take that silver medal over 5,000 behind Chariot in Rio, and has fabulous personal bests at 1500, 3,000, 5,000. Beat Ayana, remember, into the bronze medal position in the 5,000 in Rio, just a few days after Ayana had set that astonishing world record for 10,000, although one has to be reminded that Ayana ran really unnecessarily fast in her 5,000 heat in Rio. What she was playing at, goodness only knows, but she certainly paid for it come the final. I thought she'd perhaps threaten another world record in that 5,000 final, Steve, but she was a shadow of herself. In fact, her time was slower than the second half of her 10,000 record.
Yeah, 13:29 she ran for the second 5,000 in that 10,000 final when she broke the record. And, you know, a 65 lap that she threw in there, I think just before that, actually, because the pace had been quick anyway, and then when it started slow just before halfway, she picked it up with a bang. And she did something similar in the 5,000 final, as you said. And it'd be interesting, for me, it was really good to see the fact that Chariot was able to go with that and then just maintain a better pace, a better judged race in that final. And Hellen Obiri, who has had such a good transition up to the 5,000. This might be her best event, Hellen Obiri, 3,000 meters. And they did ask for a fast pace, and Hellen Obiri finally starting to give chase to the pacemakers. But when you look at Obiri and Chirono and Genzebe Dibaba obviously didn't. Whoever has asked for 4.5 through 1500 meters must have been joking, because first of all it was quick, and secondly it doesn't look like any of the big names were interested.
Well, they haven't got. You were saying that it's possibly Obiri's best distance. I actually think it's probably Dibaba's best distance as well when you look at her 1500 speed and her 5,000 strength. But they come through and down the back straight, and Obiri really beginning to stretch it now. Mercy Chirono in third place, the Commonwealth Games champion herself, has a fabulous range of 4:01 for 1500, 14:33 for 5,000. Great combination of speed and strength, but she's made to look very mortal. That second kilometre, only 2:57, even that was slow, Steve. Chirono in third place, made to look very mortal by the abilities of Chariot, and Dibaba there in blue, who's up on her toes, looks strong, although so many of these athletes, we haven't really mentioned how fatigued they must be, having flown back from Rio, many of them getting back only in the last 48 hours.
Yes, you're right, and of course those who ran the 5,000 final got to be a little bit more tired than Dibaba, who ran in the 1500 metres, of course. That was on the middle Tuesday, if you like, so she's had more time to recover. And just coming back to her as they move into the last 800, Tim, I mean, she surely now can break loose whenever she wants. But you're right about the 5,000, but you just wonder about her mental capacity now, because 2 years in a row she's found a way to lose the 5,000 final last year, the 1500 final this year. I just wonder whether she's got the mental strength when it's required. She's the fastest in the world records all over the place, but you then have to go to the major championships and produce the goods. So she's sitting there, we're all waiting, Obiri's waiting, Chirono and the others are waiting. At some point, surely, she's going to let loose as they come round into the home straight with around 500 metres to go.
Well, Obiri has certainly picked it up. She just ran that penultimate 200 in this last but one lap in about 31 seconds. It's already taking its toll. Tirop there dropping back, the world cross-country champion from China last year. She's in 6th place and will finish no better than that. Iframson back in a distant, very isolated 7th as they come towards the bell this time. And now Dibaba hits the bell, takes the lead there from Obiri. Mercy Chirono in 3rd place, stretching them out now. And look at Obiri, pumping hard with those arms, trying to go with Dibaba. The Ethiopian leads through 300 metres to go, grimacing hard. Sense of deja vu here with the events of Rio in that 1500 final, with a penultimate lap being suicidally quick. But she has got the gap now, 200 metres to run. This is devastating form from Genzebe Dibaba. The family of Dibaba is so storied, and another chapter here being written on the Diamond League circuit, this time in Lausanne. Into the straight she comes, still grimacing, still driving hard. The speed endurance is still good considering the flight from Rio, never mind about the races in Brazil, are in those legs. And Obiri beaten here by 20 metres, under threat from Chirono. The last lap, 20 metres, under threat from Chirono. The last lap. Will be for this next 2 or 3 weeks, I suspect. Well, Hellen Obiri there, a couple of seconds down. Chirono, 8:34, top-notch times considering the early pace.
Yeah, Dibaba with that 57 last lap. It's nice, isn't it, if you can run 8:45 pace and then just drop a 57 and you end up with 8:31.